We'd like to welcome back Recap Recovery Drink to the Stickers and Scuffs partner list in 2025. Revitalize your body after a tough workout with their refreshing flavors. They've got original, they've got cherry lime, and a newer flavor in mango tangerine. Packed with electrolytes and antioxidants, Recap Recovery replenishes and rehydrates your body. Stay energized and hydrated with Recap, who are a proud sponsor of our good friend Dexter Stacy. Get yours today at recap-products.com and gear up for the racing season ahead. Refresh, reload, and recover with Recap, your go-to drink for the ultimate post-workout recovery. Rev up your race car with TwoSpeed Motorsports, one of our new premier partners of the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. This business is based right here in Ontario, and TwoSpeed Motorsports is your go-to for custom manufacturing, race car maintenance, fabrication, welding, and racing parts and maintenance. Specializing in setup and R&D, they are also the home of Raptor filters, which are specifically designed for racing. TwoSpeed Motorsports offers a wide range of products available, including tire carts, gear pots, body braces, jack stands, caddies, and more. TwoSpeed Motorsports has everything you need to keep your racing ride in top condition. Visit www.twospeedmotorsports.com for a full catalog of their high-quality products.
Stickers and Scuffs, we ride. Interviewing drivers side by side, from the pits to winning strides. Stickers and Scuffs, our racing guide. Hear the roar and feel the speed. Every driver chasing dreams, from the green flag to the win. Kevin Cradle, let's begin. Stickers and Scuffs, we ride. Interviewing drivers side by side, from the pits to winning strides. Stickers and Scuffs, our racing guide. Engines roaring, crowds alive, Ontario pride by the mile. Lap by lap on the move, catch the thrill in every groove. Stickers and Scuffs, we ride. Interviewing.
Welcome back to the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. We welcome in our I think this might actually be Graydon, our second guest from Buxton Speedway ever to be on the show. Tate OLeary is joining us. Tate, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Well, not
Awesome,
as good
man.
as you, man. You just came back from running with Mr. Ryan Turner and Victory Lane. Not
Yes, sir.
bad of a trip for you, eh?
No, it definitely started out a little we didn't know how it's gonna go. We rolled in the heat and then ended up going 19th to 3rd, I think. So that turned it around. And then the next day there at Cherokee, he really stepped her up and got down to the win. So made the weekend and the drive home a little better that night.
I would say so. It was how much of a ride was that to get down to Cherokee?
I think it was 12 hours, I believe. Now it's from we left from his place up there by Oswego, so I'm about 3 hours from him from where I live. So it was a long weekend, but I learned a lot, and at least we got the win to bring home. So
Yeah,
It's
did you say
gotta-
that makes the hours
gonna
pass
make it-
a little
yeah.
better on the way home? Eh?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You can afford the trip home. That's the big thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you go down there and go into Victor. How was the field actually for Ryan? It was pretty tough, right? So
Yeah, there's a lot of cars there, and like not all quality stuff too. Like you're not running with a bunch of field fillers. So
yeah.
it was a good 2 days of racing, and it was fun to watch and help out and learn everything that I did in the short trip that we were there.
And how many more are you expecting to do? Are you expecting to go down south a little more this year? Or are you going to stick up in Ontario?
So I've talked to him a little bit. I'm gonna do hopefully a couple more shows with Ryan and his team. Just to learn the in and outs of sprint car racing, as I'm pretty new to it. So, and then we got a couple plans. We're gonna run the wingless and then the 360 races at at Buxton Speedway. Sorry. And then we're talking about what we're gonna do if we're running Oswego as well. We got, I don't know, there's a lot of things on the go right now, and yeah, we got the new car for this year as well, so that definitely helped out the program a lot. So we got a GSR car for this year, so we just want to thank Glenn for that, and it's definitely gonna make our program a lot better around here.
He said the three magic letters right there, great. And he said GSR, a proud partner of Stickers and Scuffs. And
Yes, sir.
it is, first off, the fact of the matter, I really want to go ahead and kind of get into this because you're making this big kind of transition period for yourself
Yeah.
into the sprint cars. But I actually knew your name previous to this. You would run, I want to say, super stocks at
Yep.
Delaware Speedway for like a season or two, and I think you had a really, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a really bad wreck.
Yeah. So that was couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we originally, well, we started in the late model division out at Delaware in 2020. No, we started there when I was 15, I believe. Running the dirt and the pavement late model season. We would run the dirt race or the asphalt on Friday and the dirt on Saturday, but we end up breaking the big motor for the dirt car, so we were changing the motor from Friday to Saturday because we were running for points in both tracks. So it I took a really big liking to Delaware, and then just kind of everything happened with the motor situation, and so we end up walking away from Delaware for a couple of years, but then 3 years or so ago, I end up getting another super stock. So and then it was in the Quick Wicks race
Right.
at the end of the year. Yeah, at that on the restart there, everybody kind of bunched together, and yeah, so that kind of made a sad ending to that car, but it's actually getting fixed right now by a buddy of ours, Jamie Grover. He's
Oh, okay.
putting putting some framework into it, and I got a new body for it, so everything's there. We're gonna get it back on the track hopefully soon as the in the V8 stock
Yep.
class and that time class. And there's gonna be some different drivers in it throughout the year. Just
Cool.
kind of like everybody that's kind of helped us. We'll put them in it for a night or whatever and make the best of it.
So were you okay following that wreck? Because they didn't really, like
Yeah,
on
it
the
was.
broadcast, they didn't really say what was going on.
Yeah, it was just the way everything kind of backed into the wall, and yeah, but all the safety stuff did its job and kept us nice. But the car, yeah,
I think they
yeah,
had
it
to
was
cut the
kind of
roof and
rough.
everything. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was kind of rough and all the frame, and I think every bar and rear end, everything was junk. So, but we got all the parts, put it back together, so it's going back, and it'll be back out there soon.
So you
That's
make
pretty
that,
cool.
yeah, you
Sorry.
make that transition there from a super stock,
Yeah,
class, which is, I think great, and I think we can say like
yeah,
that's a pretty competitive class,
oh
right? Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
really tough to win.
Big time.
Now you make the switch to go back to dirt.
yeah.
Were you running at Southern Ontario / Buxton, or were you elsewhere, or has Buxton been your kind of your track that uh,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. So Southern Ontario Speedway, Buxton Speedway now.
yeah,
We've been there for since I was 11. We've been racing there.
Mhm.
So actually me and my brother we both raced there. So yeah, I've raced anything from a bomber car to late model modified Thunderstock. Actually, I had a little S10 truck there we raced for.
Cool.
I think we raced for 2 nights, and then I end up rolling it. And then we rolled it in the heat race, and then we got it back together for the feature. Ran the feature. Then that's when I was like, oh, we'll just take a step back and run the mini stock stuff. And then on the way home that night, I ended up selling it and buying a modified the next day. So then, yeah, so that's how we got into the modifieds. And then
You got the super stock same year.
yeah, then I got the super stock actually the same year. So it was another double go at her again. So then I was gonna run the super stock with the Ontario Sportsmen when they were gonna go on the or they did go on the dirt, but we end up going out there for practice the night before, and that's when we end up breaking the motor. We
Oh.
broke it, so then we never did get to make the appearance with them, so that was too bad.
So what I'm getting here is that you guys don't discriminate between asphalt, dirt, whatever. You guys
No.
love racing. You don't care what it is. You'll double up and do both through a season. You guys aren't afraid to do a little hard work, eh?
Yeah, no, it's
A lot of hard work, sorry.
yeah, there's a lot of late nights and early mornings, no
No
sleep
sleeping,
nights.
eh?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
sleep
but
when you're dead kind of thing.
exactly. As long as it goes around, we have fun doing anything really. So I mean,
So the thing is where when it gets to that point where you're changing motors just to stay in points and stuff,
yeah.
are you still telling yourself that this is a good time? Does it get a lot like work, or like are you giving yourself the pep talk as you're changing nuts and bolts and engines?
Yeah, it's after the first couple times it's like, hey, this ain't too bad, but then
Yeah.
like over time, like we did it for almost half a season between
Oh.
Delaware and the late model and Buxton, and then we're running for rookie of the year in both classes too.
Yeah.
And I think we ended up sixth in points in Delaware and fourth or fifth in Buxton.
Hell
Ended up
yeah.
winning the rookie of the year as well in my first year in the late model. So that it kind of had a little more meaning behind this change in motors.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You just
even
had to
now,
make sure the juice was worth the squeeze, eh?
yeah, like and well, my dad and brother they're always out there with me too, so it definitely makes it like a family kind of thing, right? Like I'm just not out there doing it. They're all
Yeah.
beside me, helping me along the way, and then well, my brother he races too out at Buxton, and we we do everything together as much as we can, and just have fun doing it, and try and keep the love in the game.
That's like it's definitely true. I mean, the one thing that we, on our podcast we've said right from the beginning is that we're not as familiar with the dirt side as we are with the asphalt side. But one of the things that we're thankful for SNS racers and G-Force especially because they've opened our eyes to dirt racing and
Yeah, for sure.
you guys obviously running up Buxton have you've seen. I'm not trying to stir up any shit or anything like that, but
Yeah,
you've seen a lot over the last couple of years, and it's
yeah,
gone through a major overhaul in the last year with an
yeah,
ownership change. How have you, as a racer and as a
yeah,
team, how does it feel to see this new management come in? I mean, it seems like they're really trying to
yeah,
to do
for
what
sure.
they can to improve the speedway.
Yeah, so it all well started when Gary and Sherry was Measure owned it, and that was when we first started.
Mhm.
They we built a car for my brother because he's older, so we built him a Sunfire, and we were going out there anyways, so we end up asking Gary and Sherry if I could try it, and then they said, "Well, we'll give you one night or whatever to see how you do, right?" And we end up doing fourth or third or something that night in the mini or the bomber class. So they said, yeah, like you can build a car and like so the next week me and my brother are both racing against each other now. So it all started there, and then when they sold it to Henry there, it a lot of things changed, the shape of the track, the stands.
Yeah.
It just became a whole new place, right? So and then yeah, then the Mars family they bought it, and yeah, they're definitely trying their hardest. And we had our meeting about a month or two ago, and everything's looking positive and looking up for the season and the future. So we're just gonna keep supporting them as much as we can with the many cars that we have. So there's been a lot of talks with them just about the future of different classes and stuff like that, just for to see what we're gonna do with our team itself. So yeah, that's what we kind of feel like. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
see.
there's been those changes there, Tate, but now you're making obviously I tend to think this is probably the biggest change
Yeah, for
that
sure.
you've ever made.
Yeah.
How much practice time are you planning on getting with the car
Yes.
before you get going?
Yeah. So, well, I've been racing a wingless car for two two full seasons, and then
Hmm.
like on and off for the third. But it's definitely gonna be a huge change because we were just running a 350 from Delaware. It was built for Todd Wellman in the truck class.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely gonna go from that to a 360. It's gonna be a huge adjustment, but we're looking forward to it. We're gonna put in the work that we need to put in to make everything work, and we actually started it last weekend and found a couple engine problems. So we took it back, the head's back off the top end of the motor, and it's out getting fixed right now. So we're hoping everything works out. It's up at Gary Leach's place. He's the sprint car motor guy. So
Yeah,
we brought it up there, and we're just hoping everything gets fixed
Yep.
and we can give her a start again. And we're hoping to hit practice the 3rd of May. The 3rd of May, and then maybe I think it's the 10th up at
yeah,
Oswego as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I've talked to Mr. Turner, and he's gonna come out and give me a hand on all the setup. And
nice.
he got me some nice dyno chocks from he just did them, and he's gonna start doing some more at RT Shock, so you can give him a look up as well. He's a great guy for the sport. He definitely will do anything for anybody. So
That's pretty awesome. So that being said, you're getting ready to lock and load for the season. What the way too early prediction? What are your the goals for 2025, Tate?
yeah, I just want to just finish every race, learn, just get better, more consistent, just have fun with it as well. You don't want to lose the fun in it. And then
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be in anybody's way, but at the same time I want to keep putting laps on. And yeah, sprint car is just something that you always dream of, and then when it starts coming reality, it's like kind of like really nerve-wracking because they're like, you don't people ask you like, what do you race? It's like, well, it's a 1,400 pound shopping cart with a motor in it. Like, there's no
Yeah.
good way to describe it. So yeah, but
That's like I can relate to getting the butterflies going to run like 150 horsepower bone stock. So I mean
yeah,
the butterflies must be amplified or bigger or whatever you
yeah,
want to
for
call it when
sure.
you're going for that kind of crazy power to weight.
Yeah, like I've been racing for 11 years almost now
Yep.
in full size cars, and it's
Mm-hmm.
still every time
Never
you
goes.
have to get in and strap up, it's like, oh, this is nervous. As soon as they push you off and you get her started, it's everything kind of relaxes a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of stay calm and do your thing. And
Yeah. Time to settle in and go to work, right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just gotta put in the laps and put in the work and stay out of everybody's way, I guess.
And that's like as we've talked all through this. I mean, you guys are definitely not afraid of hard work and like kind of getting outside of your comfort zone, and you have the realistic experience of running all these different disciplines that
Yeah,
you know to kind of keep your expectations realistic
yeah,
and
for
what
sure.
makes for a successful season, right?
Yeah, like we don't go there thinking we're better than anybody. We go there just to have fun and just to say that we've been here, we've been there.
Yeah.
Like when we went down actually this in December to do the gateway at the dome there in St. Louis, it
Yeah.
was just to be able to say you did it. Like there's only I think two people from around here right now, me and Brad Simpson, and actually Brad Simpson was the first guy that let me drive his late model when I was
Cool.
14. So it was kind of cool that how he did it, now we did it, and
Yeah.
so that was just to be able to line up beside like Davenport and Tyler Erb and all them guys, and it's yeah, it was crazy. Like the
Super
atmosphere.
badass,
Yeah, you pull
man.
into like the stadium and it's just so loud and so many people there. It's kind of like, yeah, it was.
It'd be electric, man. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, like, and then we did that Plaid wrap as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's Magnum Mark there from Magnum Science. He did that. It just made it that much better doing the Canadian Plaid, and everybody was talking
Yeah.
about it.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I just got a text there the other day again. They're asking if we were the Plaid car from the Dome, and it was Tyler Curb. He's from Wisconsin, Thunder Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he was. I got a text from him, and he asked, "Is that you?" I said, "Yeah." So we were kind of talking a little bit, and I think if everything goes well this summer, we're gonna try and not go up there and race. Just go up to Thunder Bay, Wisconsin way, and just to check everything out. And they said, "Come with us." I was like, "Okay." So that was
Yeah, don't ask twice.
yeah.
yeah.
So that's the only way you can really do it nowadays, like to learn, like go with these
Mhm.
experienced people like that've been
That's
doing
right.
it for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, I still got the modified as well, but it
Mm-hmm.
won't. I don't see it coming out a whole lot this season. It's more just focusing on the sprint and the late model is gonna be up at Oswego for the May 14th, 15th with the World of Outlaws cars.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring it there, and then we got one more show that we're thinking of with the late model, but we got to make sure everything goes to plan with it. It's more near the end of the season, so
Right.
yeah, we'll kind of release that as the season goes, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun season. So we got a lot
Sounds
of
like it.
planned.
Tate, I want to know your opinion on the best dirt racers in Ontario.
Yeah, for sure. My brother's pointing at him, but yeah, you can't look away from the the Turner like winning the three nationals and the Westbrook and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all them guys are just so good at what they do,
They
and
need to share, man. They need to
yeah,
share some
yeah, they need
wins.
to share some friggin' speed or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all had to start same spot I was, knowing not much. So we're just gonna take all the advice we can get from all them kind of guys. So
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of good race. Well, the Kurt Hookers and all like the originals from down the Eugene Hookster, all them kind of guys from down our way. That yeah, and then well, actually, our racetrack mom Michelle, her dad, they called him Barley. John Reynolds back in oh like the 70s, he used to race all the coupes, and then we did our Thunderstock. We painted after him, have him out here, and he like kind of like did like a couple pictures and stuff with it, and then she didn't like the idea, but we got him back in the car. Was it last year? Last 2 years ago, I bought a little Ford Coupe vintage modified lawn art thing, and then I ended up just taking like the motor and stuff out of it and then sold it. And then I came home one day and then dad said, "Hey, I bought that car back from the other guy. I'm gonna race it." So then we're like, okay, so we put the motor and transmission, everything back in it, and then he goes, "Well, we're gonna get John Reynolds to go in it for a couple of laps at Buxton." So then Michelle was really hesitant about it, but we ended up getting him in there and putting a few laps, and then Dad took it out on the Saturday and raced with all the vintage modified or vintage modifieds. Yeah, and we'll throw him in the best racers too. He's done. He did a little bit. Yeah, I did the hot dog race back when Gary and Sherry owned it, and
Mhm.
he's the good friggin' hot dog eater. So they put him in the car, and they end up winning the hot dog race. So that's his fame right there. So we just can't take it away from him now.
There you
No,
go. Yeah, you
no, you
can't.
can't.
Definitely.
True
No,
family affair for you, though, eh?
yeah,
Is
for
there
sure.
anybody that doesn't race in your family?
No, it's yeah, Dad used to race, Dad derbied. He really brought us up around everything. Like we did the soapbox growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the
Right.
soapbox, and then we raced lawnmowers together. There's only
Yeah.
two people in the class. It was me, my brother Caleb, and then my dad. And so brought 3 lawnmowers there every week, and
Won the championship.
yeah, my brother ended up winning. My
He
yeah,
made sure you remember that one, eh?
yeah, he was in the old John Deere. He was yeah. And then we went from that to the go karts. Did a couple years in that, and then we ran the second season at Fog in Windsor Way, and we were running first and second, I think, in the points. And then we had my grandfather, my dad's dad, he passed, so we kind of like took a little break away. And then a little bit later, actually, my mom died, so then we kind of stopped altogether, and we were just racing out here. We built the track out back, so we were all just racing go karts, racing little like field cars, you would say. Like we built the track, we had school buses on it. We just kind of did our own little thing out here just to kind of stay together, stay strong
Yeah.
together, right? And then ever since that, we just kind of use that to like keep us motivated, keep us positive, this keeping us strong as a family together. It's nothing gets you out of the
Yeah.
house more than a race shop. So we were
Yeah.
spending lots of time out there together. So that definitely what got us all through it and kept us strong as a family, I guess.
Yeah, right. For sure,
Yeah.
man. That's some place to go, right? And
Yeah,
just
for
put your
sure.
nose down and get to work on something and have some,
Yeah.
like you say, like as you said, like fun definitely is a big part of it for you guys. You can tell that, and obviously the family aspect. And yeah, we had no like
Yeah.
that's a great way to kind of and like to pay tribute to the people that kind
Yep.
of go before us too,
Yeah.
to show them that the
Exactly.
show's going on, but never forgetting them either.
Yeah, like it just kind of keeps them looking over you. And we have I'll send you a picture, but it's on the roof of the car. It's like a collage, I guess you would say. It's like a bunch of pictures of both our grandparents now and mom and everybody. So it's like all the family. They're always looking
Yeah,
above you kind of thing. So we put that on all the cars. Just it's kind of like a thing of mind, I guess. Just kind
yeah,
of keeping you calm, but then yeah, just keeps us busy and positive. So and then all the people at the track too. They all like kind of became like a family almost. Like
Yeah.
we got Michelle and then Zut and then Kathy Hookster. They all kind of became our race car moms. Like so they all joke about mom 1, 2, and 3. So
yeah.
yeah, then Michelle, she's always there to do our helmets and buckle us in, and she's the beat defense in case everybody wants to come over. She chases them off. So yeah, so you gotta keep her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, gotta keep her in the loop because she's the defense of the team.
Oh, that's cool, man.
You get the option, let's say, money's no object.
Yeah.
You can run any dirt event in the world. Where are you gonna go and run?
Oh,
I know it's a stacked question,
yeah.
but
It's
there's a lot of great like marquee events. So
yeah. Like I know 2 years ago, I brought the modified down. We did the Illinois Speed Weeks there with the modified
Cool.
Meyer series. Yeah, I went to Kankakee and then Fairbury, and then the last night it got rained out at Spoon River, I think it was. Yeah, it was just me and the girlfriend went down for that, and everybody else had to work, so we just towed the open trailer down. But if I had to pick one, I don't. It would have to be probably either like the Knoxville Nationals or like something along Port Royal or Volusia, like one of them.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
well, the Bristol, that would be cool with the late model.
yeah,
We went down and watched that both them years, and it was just so crazy, like to see Bristol. Like everybody thinks it's a NASCAR track, and now there's dirt and late models going around it. So
Yeah, really.
that would be also really cool to go. But or the Oswego show at the World of Outlaws, that'd be cool too.
well, it
Which
sounds like you're gonna
which
be.
which we might be there too. So we'll have to wait and see the updates on our Facebook page for that one. So
Ooh.
yeah, and then yeah, we're gonna post that on our Facebook, O'Leary Bros Racing, the big unveiling, I guess you would say, about that weekend. So Yeah, that's
Stay tuned for that, eh?
yeah, for sure. We got sticker guys coming. Think Saturday morning he's gonna do a final layout of everything, and then hopefully by middle next week we got Carl stickered up and we can start sharing them kind of details.
Cool.
And yeah, and then no, and then we got Fire Bottle from the US there, and then Johnson Family Outdoor Videos. They came on this year to get us a fire suppression for the sprint cars. So
Nice.
between them two, it took care of that bill. So that was a big expense. I was looking how to make two ends work with building a new motor, new car, and then now I had to get this fire suppression. So between Fire Bottle of the U.S. or Florida and Johnson Family, it really made the season amplify to what we can do now.
Cool.
It's always exciting to welcome new racers to the SNS Racing family. You were one of 3, I think, total that we have at Buxton for this year. And then obviously, if you're on this weekend, we're definitely gonna be watching that. So,
Yeah, perfect.
one of the things that we want to give the opportunity to you to do is to shout out your partners, shout out the
Yeah,
people. You kind of already done some of that, but we want to
yeah.
give you the opportunity and give you
Okay.
the moment to thank all those people that make it possible for you to go racing in 2025.
Okay. So just to start off, it's we got Shepins out of Wallace, Regier Shepins. He's painted the car and kind of took a really big liking to the sprint car stuff. So we got him. That's where I did my co-op in grade 12 as well. And
Oh, wicked.
yeah, and that's actually who built my dad's cast car truck back in the day as well.
Oh
So
wow.
it kind of like just became a full loop, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so we
Nice.
got him and Saw Solutions. They're bandsaw and fabrication equipment. So if anybody needs that, give them a look. Yeah, you got Napa Elliott Group out of Wallaceburg, Loctite Canada. They've just huge. We met them at a trade show for work, and then we just kind of stay in touch. And yeah, so then that worked that out. And then Wolf Johnson Family videos on YouTube. They video all Buxton's races on Saturdays. Countryside Kennels. They're out of Dorchester. They're our cousins there, and we talked them into it. They were never really into the whole racing thing. Then we kind of brought them into it.
Nice.
So now they live out. They been to Delaware, I think, to watch and Buxton. So, um, um, Berm, yeah, Nelson Berm. He owns the Crown Underguarding in Wallaceburg here, where we live. He's just a farmer guy, and he ended up buying the business. So we talked him into it, and he's just a great guy. He's always positive, and um, yeah, he's actually coming out later tonight, I think. Uh, yeah, and then then just my dad, brother, they do a lot. Jay Walters, he's actually in the shop, helping down with the tractor right now. And then Select Finishings, they do all the powder coating, sandblasting, um, plastic painting, everything like that. So, um, and then another pretty big one that does a lot for us is Mike Lewis. He's Mike's Delivery and Assembly. He's at Wallace where he's helped us. Well, since we started, he's always the guy you could text at whatever time, call whenever. He helps us with building bodies. He has all the brakes. He's built the last 2 motors for the late model and the sprint. Parts he has just with everything you could think of. So he's definitely a great guy for the sport, and he's been doing it. I think this is his 25th year, I think, racing. So he'll be up at Oshwegan as well. We're hoping. Um, yeah, he's done a lot. Yeah. Yeah, my brother's just feeding me the picture here. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. So, um, yeah, and then Missioner, they're auto body repair shop out of Chatham. They've been really good. They've been last 5 or 6 years. They've been supporting us. So, We can't do it without them. And then actually one of our local ones that are in our little small town, Sean's Garage, he's open. He shut down during COVID, so he's opening back up. He got a new shop, so we're gonna help him put his name out there and show him out a little bit. And we don't have much of this little town. So with every little thing, you kind of just gotta help out the small towns.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then well, another one that keeps our team going is Bill's Pizza out of Wallaceburg.
There you go,
They're,
Bill.
yeah, they're Bill's International. They do really good pizza, chicken wings, panzerottis, anything we call them and get her delivered out here. So it definitely makes the night go by quicker when you got some food to eat. And yeah, then
Knock off
fast.
those hangry vibes in the shop,
Oh
eh?
yeah, that's when stuff starts not going very good when you get hangry. So
That's right.
Yeah.
yeah, then fast and all they've been really good. We call them and they'll get us all the bolts and fasteners and paint we need. So keeps everything bolted together on the car, I guess you could say. And then when was that? December, we had a little race car party there for all the sponsors, and Black Goose at a Wallaceburg catered the dinner for us. So um, it just little things like that just make it everybody kind of come together. And then Crush Investments, they're online. That's our summer student from work. His dad, we brought him. I think the summer student there, Jack. We kind of hung out with him a little bit, and then I talked to his dad a little bit, and he goes, "Oh well, I'll sponsor you guys." So yeah, and we used to ride
Oh,
the bus with him
bonus.
in elementary school, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, and then yeah, everybody that helped with the car at the dome, like Jeff T Bear, and he took the drive down to St. Louis to help. Um, yeah, and everybody that donated, we did a little Christmas balls, paw prints we were gonna do, in memory of my mom because she was big into dogs and fostering them. So when we thought about the Charlie Brown and the Plaid, we kind of had changed it from the dog prints to Christmas bulbs.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so everybody that donated for them, there's just a couple like Jeff's Roofing. He supports Buxton Speedway as well. Um, and then Brusso, Joe's One Stop Garage out of Merlin. He's another one that sponsors track and helps out a lot of people out there as well. Um, and then Brian Spielman as well. He's out of Blenheim. He runs late model. 22 Lawn Care is his business. He gave me some parts and tires and that kind of stuff. And Holland Haskell's are another one that came up with some tires just because they run different tires down there than we do. So all that stuff had to be changed out and up to their rules. So that was kind of another thing that kind of sucked, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, making sure I'm not forgetting anybody. It's yeah, picture of the car.
It's an
Yeah.
impressive list.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people like that have been with us for so many years as well. Like, well, 991 actually, their radio station at Wallaceburg.
Mhm.
We go on there once a year or so. Just kind of support us, and if they have tickets or whatever, then we can go to. Yeah, then Mike Legui Race Engines, he helps us at the track with tuning, and if we ever have a problem, Mario Toniolo, he's not a modified racer. He came with me to buy my first mod, and then we just kind of been family friends since that. So just the friendships you make at racetracks are just unbelievable. I'm really looking forward to this year going to a new track and seeing all these kind of guys that I never really talked to until I don't know if you ever seen the picture where the guy ran across the track shirtless after my brother won. Yeah, so that was my dad. So after that, yeah, so brother he won. That was his first feature. So I was in the sprint car in the wingless, and they said, "Oh, there's 2 laps left or whatever," and he's leading. I was like, so I got out of the car, and then after the race is done, they go like, "Hey, you can go down there, but be quick, as we're waiting for you to go." And then I looked over and I was like, "There's my dad running across the track." Took his shirt off, and he was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm just so excited. I don't know what's happening." So now every time I go like to Oswego or something, it's always like, "Hey, is dad gonna keep your shirt on?" Or just little jokes like that. So actually, when I was down with Ryan there, he goes, "I won. You didn't take your shirt off." I was like, "No, I'll leave that to the old man. That's his move." So it's like his signature.
Nice. Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So that was yeah, when it went across that dirt dirt beer dirt beer media on Instagram, I was like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
boy,
Dirt Dog
like
Media.
now yeah, yeah, dirt,
Dirt Dog Media. Yeah.
yeah, then and then the dirt beers too. That's another one from up, I think up your guys' way from up Oswego Cambridge way, I think. Yeah, and then when everybody started sharing it, I was like, oh boy, like now it's out there. So now you just kind of got to embrace it, and that's his move. So I got to
Yeah,
start.
he's stuck with it now.
Yeah, I got to
That's
start pulling my socks up so he starts running out on the track for me. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's and then West Side Performance. They been dealing with them for since we started. um, what? Yeah, well, actually, we got our late model from Brett Rio, which is past there. He he's another one of the great drivers from around here. He really took the late model game to the next step. Him and his boy Andrew, they're always there to help sell you anything, and it was nice because they were running all good stuff, so they had some used stuff or older stuff, so you could do it more affordably. So
Yep.
yeah, so we just want to thank all them guys and anybody else that I might have forgot or
Mhm.
anything. They're not forgotten. There's my buddy Dan. He was on our pit crew, and then he had a little boy last year, so he had to start daddy duties. So when we were down at the dome, we see he's big into the hunt the front guys. So we actually got, is it Jonathan? Yeah, Joseph, sorry. To take a video, say hi Dan and stuff. So that kind of like we gotta do the little things that people that helped us. We gotta try and do something for them, right?
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Then Jay, Jeff, Dad, Caleb, Michelle, Mansell. In the track too. We just want to thank them for keeping a spot local that we can go out there and race. Well, I guess I can't forget Ryan at RT Shocks. And then Glenn Steyer's GSR chassis there as well for the new car and hopefully some more speed this season.
Cool.
We want to make sure that people follow along with your story this year, Tate. So how can people follow along with before we wrap it up with your
Yep.
social media?
Yeah, so we got a Facebook page. It's O'Leary Bros Racing. And then as well, yeah, there's two of them. So it's the one with the late model and the mini mod. There's another one from Nova Scotia.
Oh.
So yeah, so I'll just show. So
That's the one.
that's the
Okay.
one there. Yeah, because there's one from Nova Scotia that people always add, and they'll be like, "Oh well, we added you, but it wasn't you." But and then on Instagram as well for O'Leary Bros Racing. We try and do the best we can updating, but it's some weeks it gets really busy. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try this year. We got a couple people that got GoPros and stuff that want to put them on the cars, so
Cool.
we're gonna try that as well and try and put some videos up there.
Well,
Sounds
we
good.
can't wait to see it, man. We'll be following along all season long with Tate
Perfect.
OLeary, and we're excited, man. This will be interesting because we haven't had the experience of seeing too much dirt with SNS on board. So it'll be an honor to be out there and seeing you hopefully kick some ass this year in the sprints. And I mean, no pressure, nothing
Yeah,
really. I
yeah.
mean, honestly, just going out there and having fun. And we want you guys to go out there and make sure you follow along with Tate OLeary and his team all season long. Tate, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and best
you.
of luck this season.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Subscribe, share, and like for more Ontario motorsports content.